Hello viewers, I'm SP and welcome back to Endless Legend. I think things are going pretty well. This is what this indicates. All of the orange. Orange is the international symbol of we're doing well. So we've got some good pressure going, and when I loaded up the game here, I immediately received a message from the Vaulters. A sentiment that I agree with wholeheartedly. So I'm hoping that we can keep these Vaulters friendly, given that we have some things to bond over. I'm a little worried about the Mizari turning on us. We have enough influence that we can probably try to walk the Mizari back toward peace. We should at least have a look. Oh, yeah, okay, they're almost totally positive on that. Out of curiosity, who do they want me to declare war on so badly? Wow. I am not interested in doing that. What's the story with relations between those two? Are they... Yeah, alright, they're at Cold War. They just, the Mizari would really like it if somebody would knock the Vaulters out. Well, maybe we won't bother going back to peace with them. I'm trying to think here. Like, how long is this Alayi thing going to last? You can see that this definitely used to be Alayi. In fact, there is a region south of it that still is. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe this was Vaulter, and then they lost it and took it back. But in any case, there's a lot of blows being traded over here. I think that Blue probably doesn't have the military bandwidth to also fight me. So if Green turned around on us, it probably wouldn't be a big deal. And we're doing a better job of making sure that we're upgrading the defensive structures and stuff. I think any of our cities would stand up for a little while at least. We gotta make sure we get some defensive structures here, but yeah, let's not go to peace with Green. And part of the reason I'm thinking that is once we're done with Blue, we may turn on them. Listen, they started it with that let's go back to Cold War nonsense. So, what else do we have to do this turn? We're doing some good recruiting, we're sieging some cities. No, sorry. We sieged out this city. It would be really cool if we could, like, take a minute, catch our breath before moving on to the next attack. It's kind of going to depend on what happens here. If these guys move forward and take an Amal, we should take it from them immediately to prevent the Vaulters from getting it back. We got 5 turns left on the Dust Eclipse. We can run our army down here and grab this temple at the very least. Also, man, I really love the Dust Eclipse Aurora. It's big and it's in the way, but it's very, very good looking. Much like me, actually. All of those things describe me fairly and accurately. So as far as victory conditions go, the expansion victory condition is not totally out of reach. I don't remember how many regions you have to own to get that. Is there a victory tracker? Man, data screen? Is this what I want? Yeah, here we go. 28 regions for an expansion victory. We certainly are not close to that. What am I at right now? That says 35. We're at 36% of that expansion victory. This must be the number of hexes we're working. What else is available? Yeah, 555,000 dust produced. Something tells me that we've never really been above 300, so that seems out of reach. We are trucking toward that science victory. That is certainly a possibility. There is also a quest victory. If you're familiar more with Endless Legend or Endless Space, you've never seen this game before, you can actually totally win the game just by following your faction quest. Everybody has a faction quest ending that wins you the game, but that's a little far off for us, probably. We haven't been making good progress. They have run a Seeker up to fight with our Golem camp in such a way that it does pull in the garrison from Samhin. I mean, this is an upgraded Seeker, so the stats are pretty good. Still cavalry, though. Looking at 85 attack, 101 defense, 51 damage. So the trick here is that if we don't choose to fight, I'm actually really curious what'll happen. I'm gonna let them have this. We're not gonna come in as reinforcements, and the reason is, I believe by attacking this instead of attacking the city, my guess is that we won't get our fortification bonus, And I'm worried about losing this fight to them and then having them come down here and just take the city, and then we gotta turn units around. Also, I'm curious what happens when you lose a golem camp. Although I guess, actually, the information of whether or not I will get my reinforcement HP is probably a little bit more interesting. Yeah, let's find that out. Because it is part of the city, right? I don't know. I don't even know how to guess at this. So no, we do not get our fortification HP. Well, this unit's probably dead. I'm less concerned about the Seeker now, thinking about it for a second, because this guy's pretty fast. He'll be able to get within range of the city. We'll be defended. So, I don't want them to get their charge bonus. I would like it if they... it says per movement point spent, though. So if I attack them after they move, they probably still get the bonus. I probably can't deny it. Well, whatever. Let's make them come over here so that I can fight them on the volcanoes. On the volcanic terrain, anyway. Yeah, I figured this is going to go pretty poorly for us. These Seekers are really upgraded now. Still, on the whole, the damage is really not that bad. So, what happens? Does the Golem camp... Okay, it just gets completely deleted. I was wondering if it would, like, go into a pillage state and we'd have to rebuild it, or what. Alright, well, we're going to have this guy come down over here. I know I was going for a thing, but it would be really, really dumb if we lost this city. Let's make sure we have at least one unit nearby. He's going to have to contend with some... fortification. If we can jam this thing into the garrison real quick before he moves on his next turn. And every place else has an actual garrison in position. Just Salmon hasn't had the time to rebuild yet. Okay, you... Yeah, you were going to put down a city. I think this is a fine place to do it. Ah, man, I really, really do want it to be right here. Hold on, now it's... Oh, now I totally can put it down there. That was obstructed last turn, wasn't it? You know, sometimes I record these endless videos at the end of the day, and it's possible that I had just been up too long and was not thinking straight, was not looking at things straight. Alright, well, seed storage, and then, like, public library, all this stuff. I think we can probably... Yeah, we can probably rush that mill foundry out. Nope, don't want to do that. Need to have people focused on food until the seed storage is actually finished. You know what? We're just going to rush that too. Okay, that'll get us going. It's like the Moonleaf ran out, and unfortunately... Booster cost is getting pretty high. Of course, remember, it's based on the number of cities we have, so at this point in the game, it's getting a little harsh. The good news is we picked up a region that has Moonleaf in it just now, so we'll be able to increase our rate of gain. God, I need another army to come over here and subdue the miners. Oh, man, we have so much stuff to do. So many things to do, and so many cities are devoted to other things. Alright, we do want to actually search this. 10 more Hyperium, cool. Very useful. You guys should probably head back toward the city as soon as you can on your next turn. You... Yeah, alright, let's go grab a movement buff. I might try to approach this thing from the south, actually. Okay, 15 move. We're gonna get this guy where he's going. So yeah, you can't really just push forward like crazy. Like you leave yourself vulnerable in the backfield. These places that have not regenerated actual militia yet. What do we want to pick up? We're not actually that far off of a science victory. This could end up being a science victory. I wonder if it should just be endless mechanisms. You know, actually, with Imperial funding only costing 5 Hyperium each, the Hyperium we've just managed to find at random will cover the most important cities, getting it anyway. Oh, I've never actually searched this ruin before. We can do a normal search here as well. A scout entered new ruins and discovered a manuscript full of ancient knowledge. As the future of Auriga is uncertain, the more you know, the better are the chances you will survive. By erecting an alchemy workshop, you can hope to shed light where today there is only ignorance. So, Mithrite and Hyperion weapons tech for building an alchemy workshop. Well, that's certainly a thing we can do, and maybe even currently are doing? No. Oh yes, I am. Okay, well, that was easy. Okay. So not a big turn. It feels like I should be doing more. Oh, you know what? We're sieging, so we're probably generating industry stockpiles. Where do I want to use these? Actually, an industry stockpile in Samhain probably makes a lot of sense. It's like, get this soldier finished. Where else am I building stuff that is of great importance? Malaras could definitely use a little push. And then... we could just do it in the new city. Like, really, really rush the stuff we're building next. Yeah, okay. Let's do that. Industry stockpiles are more effective in places that are building smaller, weaker things. So yeah, we get 2 things on the buyout. We almost get the Empire Mint. We do get the Public Library. That was a pretty good first turn for Salamar. Alright. Also, we still have enough money to buy another hero, so we probably should. We should probably keep buying governors as we can afford to do so. So what are we looking at next? I'm looking for the city skills here. Fortification boost 3 is interesting. How much fortification are we talking about? 30 per hero's level plus 1% per hero's level. Well, the heroes are only coming in at level 2, so that would not be very impressive right now. But honestly, even 60 extra fortification, I guess, is pretty significant. What do these guys have as their faction boost? Extra stats when embarked. Extra approval for cities that have exploited water tiles. As you can tell, the Morgar here are the navalist faction. The most navalist. Okay, you're probably not the guy. Queenslayer has slavery, food boost 1, influence boost 1. Dust efficiency 2 is interesting. This guy has influence boost 2. Yeah, we could pick up one of these guys and just make some city our dust generation city. Because I believe their faction tree also has good dust generation stuff. Also, extra resources from deposits. Yeah, maybe we want to specialize a city out in dust. Okay, so these are the same character. Exact same stats. They're both level 2. You are slightly cheaper. Okay. What is Dust City? Right now, Lais is actually doing the best job. And Lais is a place that has a river? It is a place that has a river. Actually, it has a lot of river tiles. Yeah, okay, that seems reasonable. Alright, so we'll specialize this hero in dust. We'll build a dust refinery here. Lais can be our dust-producing city. For the moment, I think we're going to keep people on industry, but we'll move them over to dust in a little while. And we'll probably be able to buy another hero in just a couple turns. It's good to have a governor for every city if you can afford it. Usually you can't, but get as close as possible. Okay, so I am going to drop this guy into the garrison of the city very first thing on this coming turn, just that I can't be attacked outside of it. And one unit inside of this city's garrison with the... Oh, never mind. We just generated 2 militia. Do they come in at full health? They do. Okay. City is 100% safe, it turns out. I'm still going to hide behind the city, though. Oh, I forgot to mash this button. Yep, we got attacked over by that other city. I saw this coming. We'll deal with it in a second. What's up? You want a truce? You'll give me the city of Aldodev, which is somewhere I don't know. Yeah, can't see the region names on a couple of these. Hold on. We'll figure that out in a minute. So we got rare alloys. There's a couple of things that are cool about that. Number 1, that's a current era tech. Obviously, free tech moves you up toward moving into the next era. And number 2, I believe these are actually quite powerful. We won't be able to afford very many, but that's a cool thing to get out of a ruin. Nala Al-Jazar is definitely picking up some army buffs. I don't know if that will apply in this battle. It may be the case that her stats are frozen at the beginning of the battle. I guess we'll find out. So because they initiated battle with their army outside of the city, the garrison doesn't get to participate because it's still sieged in, is the idea. And these are Seeker 4s. These are before they made their big upgrade. So the game has this in their favor, but I'm not sure I'm clear on why. I think we should win this handily. Let's do other stuff this turn first. Alright, over here in Urino, where we just finished that... alchemy lab. We probably don't need to worry about defensive structures. Where do these watchtowers go? Nowhere useful. So I guess... Right, we can't actually make the Abbey of Anomalies. I think the thing we want to do then is to expand. There's a lot more science in this direction due to the ruin, but... Oh, I was about to say, but maybe we should expand down the river. But that's not a river, that's a road. Yeah, let's do this. We'll maybe end up building the triangle here. That might happen. That is also only going to be a single turn. The city's a little bit better at building stuff than it used to be. I mean, also these early burrows are not very expensive. The cost of the burrow increases with the number of burrows that you have in the city, I believe. Well, let's let that finish and we'll just do the same thing again next turn. Unfortunately, you cannot queue up multiple burrow builds. So we're probably saying no to that. It's not what I meant to click on anyway. Here in the capital, we can put up a strategic deposit enhancer on this, and I think that's definitely what we want to do. And then we can actually build another burrow. So we can build a burrow right here. But we actually don't need to level this up anymore. If we build this, that'll level this up. So maybe we should do something a little different. We could reach down to try to grab this. Hold on, what exactly is the shape of my city right now? The Dust Blizzard. It's a little awkward. So we could put... You are already level 2. This only has 2 adjacencies. This might actually be easier to do if we zoom out a little bit and then turn off the... Oh, that's not it. I pressed F10 without pressing Control. Nope, that's not clearer at all. Well, turning off the nameplates. This helped anyway. So yeah, we can grab this. We could build a burrow here and then build a burrow here, and it would instantly be level 2. That could be a way we go about that. I guess it's not super compelling. Maybe we should just be making military units up here and produce them relatively quickly. Yeah, let's make a couple of Golem Riders. Okay. So, to be clear, this is their offer right now when they think this battle is going to be a success, because this is how the AI evaluates every battle. Let's get in here and make this happen. They ran up a whole army behind us. I mean, they do have a hero, and the Alagi heroes are pretty good. This one has remarkably low damage output. It's weird. Our hero has pretty bad damage output too, but our hero's actually a support hero where theirs is ranged. Like, her whole thing is killing people. This seems like a strange way to set up. We should probably not have melee troops all the way in the back like that. So remember, our hero has the slowdown ability. Any enemy that she hits is going to lose half of its movement range. Against these guys, that's not super relevant because they have so much movement that even halved, they can still probably get where they're going. And my damage isn't awesome, so it might be a good idea to go for plus 75% attack on our units. Just buff people up. There's no volcanic terrain for us to stand on to cast, so we're only going to be able to give up initiative or defense with this guy, but probably we'll use him mostly to strip enemy defense. Okay, so... This thing's annoying, and we can't hit it first. But I think what's going to happen here is it's going to move to here for the double attack, or more likely here, so that it can hit 3 things at once. And my suspicion is it's going to die shortly after. It'll survive the initial hit, and then we'll hit it again after. You should probably buff somebody who's likely to actually get their move, and preferably somebody who goes after you do. So let's throw a buff out here. What's the duration on that? 2 rounds? Okay. It's not totally awesome. Oh wow, it managed to do 0 damage on the initial hit. That's pretty good for us. So they are starting the turn with a lot of morale. They set up in a really tight formation, which is good for them. Things are going to spread out a little bit as the battle goes on. Wow, that's... Sorry, how much move do you have? Oh, that's... Some of the units in this army are affected by a conflux. That's right. Well, I mean, kill that guy if you can. The Geomancer, shoot the bird again. I'm hoping that we can just kill it. That would be really cool. Like, for real. Make this thing die. Figure that out. Okay. The odds of hitting for 67 there were not super good. They are dramatically overperforming their stats. The fact that they're just straight up winning combat against my guys is not how I expected this to go. Alright, now we get to harass their hero, though. Don't actually get to do any damage, apparently, but... 119 defense. This is the guy who had the inner fire buff, right? Or the, increased fire. Well... So we're doing no damage at all. We managed to eventually kill the bird. Doing no damage at all, I understand. This thing where they are doing damage to us is a little surprising to me, given how extremely low their attack is relative to our defense. Alright, so let's nuke your defense. You guys focus up. Honestly, you hit him. Like, we gotta get some kills here. And they all move before we do. So what do I think is going to happen? This guy's first. He probably attacks in place. This guy is going to move forward. This guy's going to move forward. This guy is going to stay put or turn around and attack him, so we don't get an attack on their hero anymore. If we let these guys target the hero, they're just going to waste their turn doing nothing. So I'm trying to figure out... I think that attack is right. We can't actually stop this guy from getting in. I'm not sure what the right move is here. Okay. His defense is nuked. Hopefully that will be... Man. Our very high defense seems to not actually be having any effect here. So they didn't turn around to attack our guy, which I really appreciate. But yeah, we can't hit them at all, and they have no problem hitting us. This is not working out. Alright, you get way back here. So yeah, we're just going to find ourselves completely unable to kill any of them. But it's not the same thing in the other direction for some reason. Okay, now he's turned around and gotten us. So we're not going to be able to bring down that hero. Bringing down the hero is a lot less meaningful, though, now that I know that we're also not going to be able to kill any of their other units. We had been overperforming offensively for a while, and I was kind of hoping that that was just going to continue. No, for real. Kill this guy. Okay. One Seeker down. Alright, that was a good hit. Anybody who can attack this guy, attack this guy. You're not getting to make your choices anyway. Please, big hit. Alright, that's not bad. It may be the case that we need more Geomancers running around, because the exhaustion effect is super useful. So we lost 2, but this guy is basically dead. They lost 3, they're all at half health, and their hero's below half. Yeah, that's in our favor, but not massively so. Now we're being attacked by them again? They have multiple action points somehow? Is that a thing? That might be like a, I wonder if that's what the dust eclipse does for them, maybe? Well, okay. We'll fight again. It's not super great. My army could be in better condition, but I think the game agrees that we have a better chance against them this time than we did last time. Especially since they're going to be less able to morale boost. You guys really need to not start all the way in the back, though. Okay, this is some pretty good morale. Who on their team is going first? This guy's going to rush into the breach. So you shoot him, he runs forward, he gets murdered. Do I want to be distributing buffs? So, like, a 75%, it's 75, right? Yeah, 75% attack buff is going to put you in the neighborhood of, like, 110 attack. It's still going to have you way below enemy defense. It's probably not actually going to change the attack table at all in this particular instance, so maybe not. But the real question is, do we have our hero attack like this, or do we have our hero attack their hero? Because I think it probably only is a couple hits to bring him down, and we might actually be able to finish the fight. But if he's here, he's going to be chipping away at us, and also using his shifting Nova effect to heal their guys, which you saw a little bit of in the last round. So actually, you know what? Oh no, he's slightly out of range. Yeah, if I do this, my caster's going to run forward. In fact, if I target any of them, well, we can do it by running up here. Yeah. And then you can... What's going to be safe? So our hero's defense is pretty good. I'm not terribly broken up if they get into melee on my hero. But I'm gonna take a real shot at bringing down Zoyos Bright Slash quickly. Hit for 0, but we still get the defense debuff on that. Okay, well, good shot. Okay, let's go back here and provide some morale for our ground fighters. Unfortunately, a unit's morale is set for the turn, I believe, at the beginning of the turn. So I don't think we're affecting their, like, I don't think we're actually giving them extra stats during the turn, even though the morale display may change. See, this is tricky, because I don't want to run forward into a position where my Geomancer is going to get mauled. I guess we won't really take that much damage, but yeah, why don't I just give you a little buff? So, forest terrain is initiative, which is probably useless here. I'm assuming that we can't get our initiative anywhere near theirs. Yeah, that guy has 93 initiative. So yeah, we'll just cast from where we are. Just buff the heck out of this one dude. I suppose I could have had my hero actually on the attack, since we knew they'd move in. Alright, yeah, everybody focus on the wounded guy. So we have this plus 2 more rounds to finish off this army and get a permanent kill on their hero. Sorry, permanent kill. You know what I mean. Prevent their hero from just last standing up. I think we should probably do it here. And even with their defense nuked, it's very, very high. Why don't you... I was going to say, why don't you back up, but you don't actually get a choice. Either that guy's going to burn his attack on you, or he's going to attack somebody else, in which case his attack will already be spent anyway. Alright, well, we managed that. It's not exactly ideal, because now we still have to deal with the 3 units that are inside the city. Reinforcement positions on the army, obviously not super great, but we need to swing around here and get up to the valuable stuff, like all of this incredible extra health. The reinforcement slot thing will be more relevant later. Alright, so now that this guy is no longer needed to defend Samhin, I'm just going to go in. I think that their troops are too occupied They cannot stop me from getting to this ruin and moving our faction quest forward. And we get this one on the way over there. 10 more Hyperium. Okay. That's pretty good. They do have 5 units in that city. I guess they could just pop somebody out of the garrison right now and attack me. But they didn't, so... Okay. What else do we have going on over here? Nothing really. Malera's probably should get this stuff done. I think I don't want to rush stuff too much more, because we would like to buy more heroes, ideally. Alright, it's going to be a little bit of a slog getting through Alagi land. I think we might send these guys back up this way. And I just mash the heck out of this button, trying to get that guy over to that ruin before he gets captured by these dudes. What? I got caught in the range of this battle. Well, that's actually probably a good thing. So yeah, some minor faction quests are failing because minor faction villages are getting destroyed. Oh hey, I had totally forgotten about this. But yeah, now we have access to the Eye of the Farthinker. Unfortunately, you don't really have a lot of resources with which to build this, but it is a pretty good item, especially good on really tough units who can afford to just tank attacks. So over here in Ideli, get these guys up and send them over. What do we want to do with you? I don't actually have the ability to build this district. Is it confused because the Golem camp? Yeah, it is. Okay. We do actually have the ability to build this abbey. Do that, and then I guess a couple of stone sentinels on the docket. Over here in Perusk, we have lots of basic infrastructure to build, I believe. Yeah, like the Empire Mint. Really, really basic stuff. Where would we want to put a Golem camp here? There aren't really a lot of curiosities to go grab. We could put it just down by ruins. I don't know. I think we want to do this stuff first. Let's let that happen. So where else do we need to give build orders? Over in Urino, which always, always, always needs orders. And then... Wait, where's this? Oh, that's our newest conquer. Well, we could put down a Golem camp. No guarantee I'd be able to hold it, though. Yeah, maybe it's a bad idea to try to expand outside the city's walls right now. Let's just get a central market going. Okay, I don't know what we want to do with any of those guys just yet. There's an Empire plan coming up soon. To be cognizant of that. And here we get a Seeker 5, 2 Arpuhas, and 2 Militia. Honestly, maybe enough to repel us. This Seeker is going to be a problem. In fact, almost certainly enough to repel us. But we have reinforcements coming in. And they can't rebuild their... fortifications instantly, so... we will get something done. How do we want to space this out? So I want this guy to be in a position where he can actually run in and deal damage, but also he has to not get killed before it's his turn. I guess that's not bad. He's pretty safe over there. I don't know if the Arpua can fly over to here. Not sure if they're allowed to fly over totally impassable terrain. We could also just move him to a position... Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, if we just put somebody else in that spot. Now he can't do that, and then he's going to go here, probably. I'm really worried about this Seeker. So let's move the hero forward a little bit. I want this guy to be in a position where he can shoot at the Seeker right away, but is not necessarily vulnerable to it on its turn. No, that 4 move is still enough. Well, Not really a lot we can do, unfortunately. These guys are all sped up. Yeah, this should be fine. Okay, so we definitely have to focus hard on the Seeker. Like, this is actually the only thing that matters. That's not true. The Arpuhas do have to die. They do quite a bit of damage. It still has 397 defense even with the debuff? Wait a minute, that's not right. 397? He's like, it had a lot of morale, I suppose. Exhaustion 2 is only 20% defense. Man, that's crappy. Okay, let's, the debuff lasts for 2 rounds, so we can afford to alternate it. Yeah, and never mind that guy. We have to... Everybody's got to kill these guys. We're going to lose this. There's basically no chance we don't. Boy, they're hitting awfully hard. A circular attack doing 60 damage means that the actual damage of that attack was well over 100. Yeah, I mean, we don't actually have any say in most of our targeting here. Damn it. Our Geomancer's attack, or our Geomancer's damage is 45, so there was a chance of him just killing this thing outright. He's gonna have to just get it this time. Yeah, we're done getting to move and stuff, so... Unfortunate. I was kind of hoping, our only real hope there was that it would take them so long to get through our hero that this guy would still be alive at the end of the battle, but that is not happening. Come on, show me a kill. 0! Man! Well, the good news is, we're now only fighting with one of them per turn, so actually there's a pretty good chance we do survive this. This is the last turn of the battle. If he doesn't kill us with one hit here. Okay, so my army's not wiped out, which means the hero yet lives. Hero last stands up, and then we get literally instantly attacked. Like, there wasn't even a frame in there for me to select stuff and move it. Well, let's do it manually to inflict maximum damage. So, like, what is the play here? This thing is not killable. Just plain not killable. It has 4 movement from here, so you can go 1, 2, 3, 4. You can move into a space, no matter the movement cost of that space, as long as you have 1 movement at the beginning of that move. We can start way back here, take a couple pot shots at it, I guess. This guy doesn't get to attack. But after this thing moves forward... Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so you're safe here. Alright. Oh, they didn't call the reinforcements in. Well, I guess that's fair. They don't really need to. Yeah, I guess buff. It really doesn't matter, but... If we move forward into attack range with this guy, the Seeker gets to hit him, so... Alright, yep, and now you both just have at him. Do as much damage as you can before he kills you both. Come on, one more good hit. Okay, 60. That's pretty good. And then, yeah, we just stand still. We're on a forest space already. Getting the best defense that we can get. There's a version of this where we kill him first, actually. Oh, that... Yeah, he needed to not hit us for 60 damage there. Okay, well, what we're gonna do is... buy our hero back, because it's remarkably cheap to restore a wounded hero. We're gonna snap this hero onto this army. We're going to have a quick look at this hero's gear. Because now we actually have some resources. We can give her that other quest staff, right? Nope, 29 adamantium. Ugh. Remember, part of this is because we haven't actually cleared Dust to Rust. Well, we can move up to a nice Palladian weapon at least. What are we talking about in terms of stat difference? Like, 39 attack plus 60% attack versus 80 attack. Nope, that's not an upgrade. How about in terms of damage? 40 versus 22 plus 30%. I'm assuming that the percentage bonuses are applied after the flat bonuses, in which case this is actually just a better staff all the way around. Okay. Is what it is, I suppose. The hero's now at full health. So... that guy died before he could search that, too. That sucks. Oh, wait. We have a stone sentinel finished here? Oh, no, that's right. I built the extra militia building. That's why there's 3. Well, I think we could attack them now, this coming turn, and defeat them. That Seeker's almost dead, and then the other 2 units in here are an easy enough to deal with our Puha, and then the 2 militia, which will tear up my Golem Riders, but if we break the city, it's worth it. And then you're working on stuff. We need bodies. Yeah, Belloc has a Golem Rider in the queue. This probably has to wait. I mean, I guess we could leave it in the queue, just at the bottom. Alright, and I don't have any units in the backfield anymore. We had moved everything to the front. Okay. You have 7 movement. It looks like the Vaulters are probably going to be able to hold on to Namal. They've got it reinforced and rebuilding its garrison, so we should probably interfere with their forces trying to return and play defense on the other side. That said, our movement is not quite what I would like it to be. This guy has 15 move. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. We'll just send him up here to grab this and then join in with that force. It turns out 15 is a pretty significant amount of movement. May as well search this. 220 dust, not bad. And we have pulled ourselves a quest mob. And killing this thing, I believe, will actually move our faction quest forward for the first time in, 70 turns or something. So you just want to stay way, way back. And in fact, like, all the way staying back. Do nothing but staying back always and forever. Let the rest of us handle this. Those of us with health. Okay, problem solved. Look at that, we did it. Something seems out of place in the ruins located in Lais. Investigate further and defeat any intruders to get the Coney School of Elite Riders. Named after an infamous rider, this massive fortress houses an elite institution for training the Kapaku's most promising operatives. Soldiers trained in this brutal proving ground are infused with combat experience beyond their seeming fresh recruit status. So it gives us a bunch of fortification in a city, a big XP boost to recruiting units in a city. Okay, that's fine. So we gotta search a ruin in Lais, which is... which one? This one? Oh, I wonder if the fact that Mother's in Distress is on the same ruin is actually going to be a problem. We may have to clear that quest before it'll let us do the other half here. Which is to say, I may need to build a settler somewhere. What would it be to just, like, buy out a settler real fast? Ooh, okay, those are expensive. And we really, really don't have time for this. Like, I'm very busy with this massive war. Lais is actually the highest industry city aside from our industry core over here. So yeah, I guess we'll build it here. So one of two things is going to happen when we search this. Either we're going to be charged with mothers in distress first, or we're going to be charged with fault lines first, right? So my thinking with let's just get a settler and have them do the search is, if fault lines triggers first, we can just have the settler run over and grab us a different region, like over here or something. And if mothers in distress triggers first, then we would have had to build the settler anyway. I don't really want to do mothers in distress, but I think the settler is the right move either way. Alright, so you'll catch up and join up, and that should be enough to handle those guys, because only one of those units is actually dangerous. So with that, I think we are moving forward here. Actually, you know what? Maybe this should be our first move. No, wait. That allows the garrison from that city in. And we can't attack them from another angle to turn the battlefield because of the cliff face here. So maybe we don't attack them first. We're suffering from retaliation damage. Is there, Oh! Look at that, they've constructed themselves a little Tower of Truth. So it does a little bit of... It's basically shooting a laser at all enemy armies nearby. It's not a lot of damage. As you can see, we're mostly still very healthy. So we can't get to there. I don't really want to fight these 3 units plus the 6 units we know are in that garrison. So I guess for the moment they're safe. Let's move to here. I do kind of want to chill out until the volcano forming's done anyway, just because I don't want them to run over and interrupt it. And here they have built another unit, suddenly, all of a sudden, and who knows what it is. It could be another Seeker 5. And if it is, I would not expect... Oh, you know what? These are Golem Rider 4s, though. These are the rebuilt ones with the, first of all, better gear, secondly, Cavalry Slayer. So we're actually pretty good against Seekers. You know what? We're gonna push our luck here. I think if I go into siege mode, they'll come out and attack me. I would prefer not... even 8 points of fortification is still 1 whole free attack. I'd prefer if they come out. Okay, so we're working on units. Working on units in a lot of places. We're going to have to bring this force up to help out, it turns out. Not going to want to sweep south with it after all. But I'd really love to catch these guys out of position. I think if we attacked from this side, it would move the battlefield down into the left 1 hex, and we would no longer be catching this district in it. We'll plan to do that. You know what? Let's just take the actual whole walk. We've lost sight of them, but that's fine. We know where they are. And apparently they're not willing to come out and fight us. Which I'm fine with. There's no sense in, engaging because of the Dust Eclipse, because that army there doesn't have a conflux anyway. Only one of the units did, and it was just a plus initiative conflux, which is not, I think, worth going to a lot of effort to hold on to. Okay, so we managed to catch them just outside of the area. They are, in fact, attacking us. Oh, and they brought in extra forces from elsewhere. Okay, but the new thing they built was just a bird. We might have a chance on this. We're certainly going to try it. So, we need 4 more techs? Yeah, we need 4 more techs to move up. What do we have available? The Mercenary Corps gives you the Privateers action, so we can disguise our armies as neutral armies and, engage in shenanigans. Not something I'm terribly interested in doing. Industrial processing really, really lets you jack up your industry, which I thought was gonna not be a big deal, but now I'm thinking we want to be able to build production lines in some places. I know. Okay, the Dust Eclipse has ended. It looks like everybody else has also prayed for the winter option we prayed for, so we don't need to worry about that. All of the players are on the same page. Everybody would like there to be more blood. I would love to do other things here, but I really don't think we have any other option but to continue producing troops. Let's actually see how this works out before we move that guy, though. So that we know what direction he needs to move in. Alright, we'll resolve this first, over by the city. So we should be better at fighting Seekers than we once were with these troops. And our Golem Riders are actually faster than their Seekers are, which is a nice little bit of extra value. The Arpuas are going to come forward. We're fast enough that we can start pretty far away from them, but unfortunately this position is a little rough. Like, I can't actually be in a position where they can't get to me. I can't even really be in a position where they can't get multi-hits. I guess I can block that. Yeah, okay. They have no multiple attack this way. You guys are way too concerned about those militia. It turns out this Seeker is the only thing I'm actually super interested in. Well, no, we gotta kill the Arpuas. They do much better damage. That's not even true anymore. Yeah, we should focus on the weak Arpuas. Let's strip the why can I not retarget your attack? Oh, because I somehow had unselected you, apparently. And we really want to just focus on damage here. Come on, just kill him straight up? Nah. Oh well. Okay, that's really, really good for us. This guy is extremely dead. Was that a Seeker 4 that just hit me for 8? Oh no, that's a militia. Okay. The Seeker 4 is still over here. He just totally didn't move. He didn't feel it was important. Yeah. This turn, focusing on the Seeker seems prudent now that it's close enough to actually attack whoever it wants. Wow, 100! Okay, so what do we need to focus on next? This thing's gonna hit me. Yeah, we don't actually get a choice anymore. You should probably focus on that. So the thing's more dangerous than the Seeker 4. And I guess, you know, but like I said, we don't get a choice anymore. They're faster than we are, and they're all on top of us now. Oof. Well, that didn't take long. We did manage to kill that that dangerous Seeker, though. So our hero does get to strike back over the cliff face because the hero's attack is ranged. It's possible that we don't actually lose our hero in this... wow, that was a weird thing for the camera to do. Possible we don't lose our hero here, but it would have required one of the attacks on the previous turn to come up as a 0. Actually, it looks like maybe even 2 of the attacks on the previous turn to come up as 0s. Which I was expecting to happen, because our hero has really good defense, and their militia and stuff don't have very good attack. But then it didn't happen, because those numbers don't seem to mean quite what they used to. The good news is we can keep flooding troops in, right? This army's going to come up behind them, and they've got to be either out of reinforcement armies or close to. A lot of their ability to fight us there was contingent on the fact that they had an infinite number of armies to come out of nowhere behind the city and provide reinforcements. As it stands, you don't actually have a safe attack on this guy, but you know what? I'm going to have you run forward and just shoot him. Oh, weird. I was assuming he would then, you know, head this way to fight us. I guess he was trying to use the cliff to take advantage of his wings, but unfortunately for him, we're just not as slow as we would need to be for that to work. So they chose not to bring in the other army's reinforcements. I think that's just good. It's good, smart thinking. And then they chose to attack us, which is bad. This is a terrible move. If you were going to fight us with these units anyway, why not involve them in the previous battle? Still some AI problems. Well, this is a terrible position for a unit to be in. This terrain is a little awkward. Yep, just strip defenses, and I don't think there's a lot of like fancy stuff to do here. Yeah, you move there and attack that guy. You move there and attack that guy. Just pin them in place so they don't get to make any decisions, and then we have at them as best we can. Unfortunately, backed into a corner like this is a pretty good position for them. It's going to limit our ability to apply our superior numerical advantage. That said, we really do outnumber them by just so much. It'll be something they're going to have a hard time dealing with here. Yeah, sure, that makes sense. Probably we want to tank that guy's defenses now. That was kind of a strange move. I guess he didn't have the movement to get into an attacking space. Alright, well, we've cleaned up a number of their defenses. We are bleeding dudes, I feel like. In particular, it's just the Golem Riders are not tough enough. Alright, so we'll just head over here. We can hit the city with a full army before it has had a chance to rebuild its garrison. Or its fortifications, more importantly. This guy needs to be moving to join. I'm a little worried about the army from that city, though. He'll meet him over there. I don't want to move him into a position where Honest's garrison feels comfortable jumping out of the city and murdering him. And I guess there's not really a reason not to do this. Let's just reattach this hero to an army. Okay. Not a lot of interesting stuff happening economically over these turns. But I have to say, I'm impressed with Blue's hold. I'm glad we didn't go for this city right away, because I don't know how we would have survived that. $15.09. So we could rush that. We could rush a couple of turns off at the end of that. We probably should use the dust to buy a governor instead, which we might be able to do this turn. Depending on how the costs of the governors have scaled up, we might have to wait until the turn after. I'm not really afraid of the garrison, but also, like, there's no reason for me to take that route. Yeah, if they want to come out of there and fight me, they are welcome to do so. And in fact, we can throw another unit into this army here. Yeah, so we've got a lot of quests that are going to fail over the next few turns because we just picked up a lot of stuff as we were wandering around. So this is actually a water tile. We could do the classic triangle, but we'd have to pick up the docks tech, which I was thinking we would do. Yeah, that's probably still fine. That's probably still fine as a plan. We have enough coastal cities now that those docks, I think, make a lot of sense. Alright, let's finish rebuilding population. What else do we want to do here? We're mostly focused on food right now. Honestly, the science victory is looking like a real possibility, just because we will sort of accidentally win the science victory before we would win a victory of expansion anyway. The expansion victory really requires you to get a ton of territory. And over here in Salamar, there's a lot of really, really basic stuff yet to build. We're pretty far away from green here. I think we probably aren't going to get attacked. What would another hero cost us? Yep, we are totally still in. So, Wayrasigo is a powerful one. Food boost and industry boost. Really good for taking a sort of a burgeoning early city and turning it into a real powerhouse. I think we're gonna go that way. Where do we want that guy to go? What's a city that has, like, reasonable population and not great food output? Turns out, actually, that describes a huge number of our cities. He should probably be in sort of a forward city so that we can use him to reinforce the garrison too. You know what? Here we go. Yeah, so he has +6 industry per level and +4 food per level. And he's a Wild Walker, so he has this Wild Walker tree that has all of the industry bonuses in it. He is really quite good. I like him a lot. Okay. So we want these units to move in at pretty much the same time. I want to make sure they don't get caught apart. So yeah, humans garrison, they haven't been pumping units out or anything. We could have hit it this turn. Our main army can't quite get in position, but Nala can, I think. And she has all those extra reinforcement slots. Sorry, that one extra reinforcement slot. So you know what? I'm gonna do it. Let's not let them recover any further. I would prefer to engage with this army if possible. So we'll see if they let us do that next turn or if they have at us before it happens. Yep, the AI seems to be going around and clearing out all of the remaining minor factions. I do hate how blind we are over here. They did construct a Tower of Truth before we took the city, so now we have this Tower of Truth. It does not seem to be giving quite as much vision as a watchtower, sadly. Alright, so let's see if they let me engage or if I have to bring my main army in as reinforcements. Oh, they're trying to get in on us beforehand. Okay, they did engage, but they engaged on the main army. So that's pretty good for us. If we take a truce with them now, they'll declare war on green. That's a really interesting deal. Yeah, that's something I'm actually considering. That's pretty interesting, but I think we're refusing again. I know we had a little setback here, but I swear to you, we're winning this war. This is what winning looks like. It's a little confusing if you're not familiar with it. I'll accept that. But we're out here and we're doing it. So this guy's going to get a triple attack. Like, there's no way for us to set our army up so that we have a lot of stuff in attack range, and also he doesn't get a triple. So we may as well just put the triple right on top of him. And they're going to get stuff coming in through the reinforcement area, but, like, pretty far out of position. I don't know what you guys are all doing. That's militia. Our hero volunteers to bravely go and die on the militia. I mean, we probably want somebody... I guess I was going to say we probably want somebody to pin them back here, but never mind. It turns out we all go after they do anyway, so... Yeah, just focus on this guy. Okay, right, reinforcements coming in. Offered him a quadruple hit. I kind of forgot about that. Well, this is fine, though. This will work out. They have 2 points of fortification, in case you're wondering why his health didn't move when we hit him for 99. He had a little bit of fortification that he could consume it with. Can we please actually kill that guy? No, we cannot. How very annoying. Okay, well, I mean, yeah, finish the job. You guys who are trapped outside of the area can just fight other stuff. Come on, show me that kill. There we go. Hero bravely sacrificing his life. Because he knows he'll be fine in a moment. See, this is one thing that I don't like about using support units, is that they often have their buff as a very high AI priority. So if you have one who loses their attack order, because their target dies or something, they will usually just buff some other unit instead of attacking, and that can be a real hole in your plan when, like, you are reliant on their defense debuff or something. Okay, so it turns out it's somewhat difficult for our army to do anything without Makani being present. For some reason, the troops just can't quite seem to get their act together when he's not around. Pass me one of those, that I may lead them into glorious battle. We are not done yet here. So Wistred has another 6 units in the garrison. Also, a settler over here. There are probably islands. There are usually islands up in the big water area, so they may survive after this, and then they may be able to use their navy to discourage further attack. We might have trouble actually finishing the job here. Okay, let's build ourselves a volcano former. Expensive. Really expensive. 6 and 6. Well, okay. I'm going to make one out of this. We're going to drop that volcano former right here. Once we step in here, we're going to start taking damage from their Towers of Truth. How does this work? It just says plus 0.3 retaliation damage. So, actually, I have no idea what the range of these is. If they can only hit you... No, this one, we were getting hit by this one when we were not in its territory. So yeah, I don't know what the rules are for those. I assume they have a range of a certain number of hexes, so then probably it is... There's no point in waiting. We should just go. So yeah, if we take Wistred, then all that these guys have left on the mainland, because yeah, as I suspected, the Vaulters were able to get this from them. All they'll have left on the mainland is Honest, and we'll be able to flood it with troops, I hope. Get the Stone Sentinel out here and have him running toward reinforcement. And winter is any moment now. It would not be great for us if winter started before we got this. Probably we will not attack Honest right away. So I guess it's not a big deal if winter falls before we get to that. Do we have the ability to build... No, I cannot mine this. I totally picked that up. Oh, do we... Was there already a thing on this when we took it over? No, it's just a deposit. Yeah, we have no production. So why... Hold on, am I... Yeah, Render. Am I looking right past it? That happens. Yeah, here it is. It's right here. Let's make that. We can definitely use some of that income. Unfortunately, it turns out to be fairly expensive. Alright, Lais's settler is going to be done next turn, so we can check this out. Let's do one more turn here. I wanna see what's up with Lais. So we probably should build Imperial funding in a couple of places. Yeah, places like this where we have nothing else important that needs doing. Alright, we're already all on industry here. 18 turns is longer than I would like. The gentle way to say that. Some might say, unacceptably long. So you guys are good. Do we have any other construction queues? Revode. What's my plan with this dude? I guess he just runs in the general direction of conflict? Like, he can't actually get over to our armies? I'll just have him sit over here in this garrison. We need to rebuild Semhin's Golem camp as well. So yeah, we'll build up a garrison over here in Semhin using these using Revode and Semhin, and then we'll have that army come in from the east as we attack Audis. Boy, it's expensive to make these units though. We're gonna need a Geomancer. I suppose that's a thing you can do. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it makes sense to do anything other than just get really aggressive here. Get some vaulters coming in to help us. And of course, by help us, I mean steal our glory. You guys should stay just far enough back that you can't be attacked by the garrison. Actually, Wistred's going to fall really, really quickly. Jocelyn Duval over here. Obviously, we're working toward Dust Trickery as quickly as possible. We'll come back and level up those other skills later, if it seems necessary. Alright, Belloc has produced a Golem Rider, which will, I guess, just join this army, or... No, a Golem Rider can actually get over here pretty quickly. Belloc needs to... Oh, we have access to the Alchemic Institute. Man, the other players really are not building wonders. We're short a little bit of titanium to build that. How long would it take me to build another burrow? 5 turns? No, it's probably a Golem Rider from here, right? You need something that's actually going to be able to make it into battle. Okay, let's see how this works. Okay, it did in fact do Mothers in Distress. So we need another unit to come over here and do fault lines. That's kind of what I thought. Also, apparently we spawned some Fine Snakes there. Either that or it did do fault lines and it popped out. Sure to be more locals protecting the ruins, defeat them. So actually, yeah, it did both quests at the same time. Okay, well, actually... Yeah, once this guy's done next turn, we can have these 2 units head up this way. And the garrison of Lais plus any instigator should be enough to handle this. In fact, 1 unit actually ought to be totally able to handle this on their own. Because the garrison's going to do most of the work. Alright, so we are taking a little bit of damage here. 9? Is that it did damage to 9 different units, or did I actually take 9 damage? I don't know. We're fine. The important part is we're fine. Those towers really, really, really don't do a lot of damage. I suspect this has to be our Empire plan. I wasn't really thinking about moving people over to Influence, and I probably should have if my goal is potentially a science victory. Oh, also, this is active now. Yeah, I probably should have. Because we could have had also 20% science, but we cannot afford to lose this, so... Whatever. We'll be fine without it, I'm sure. Okay, so that is going to be it for us for today. Mostly, I was just curious what would happen here. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time. We're going to advance this faction quest forward and probably have to finally decide on a victory condition. And we'll see you then.